Hello and welcome to Texas A&M University Kingsville's Engineering Complex. I am Miranda Del Garza, a master's student in environmental engineering, and today I'll be giving you a tour of some of the labs associated with our department. So our department has a total of 14 labs. Some are used for teaching and others are used for research space. So the first lab that we'll be going through today is our main teaching lab. And in the fall semester, undergraduate students will be taking a lab course where they'll conduct weekly experiments in order to gain a better understanding of some basic concepts associated with environmental engineering. Some of these basic concepts are related to wastewater treatment plant processes, which are demonstrated here in our tabletop demonstration. So something else that our lab is affixed with is pH and DO meters, and this is used in order to gain a better understanding of water quality parameters. So if we come alongside this area here in our lab, we can see other instruments that we have. So our lab is equipped with an autoclave, and this is used for sterilizing some of our equipment. If we come down here, we also have ovens for curing and drying, and we have a spectrophotometer, which is used in order to calculate the amount of light that can pass through some chemical substances. We also have balances as well as furnaces for heating. So something that's unique about our lab is that we actually have the only walk-in fume hood in the building. So that is something unique to our labs. So if we come down this way, we also have a BOD incubator, and this is used to incubate some of our water samples, and we can set the instrument to a specific temperature. Coming down this way, in our lab, we also have a TOC, which is a total organic carbon analyzer. So what this does is it, of course, analyzes total organic carbon or total inorganic carbon. And for our samples, it can take up to 268 samples at a time. So another thing is that this lab actually contains most of the flammables that we have. So this completes an overview of the lab that we have here, and now we'll go on to the other labs that we have. So if we come down this hallway, we can actually see some of our other labs are used for research purposes. So in this lab in 231, we have our air monitoring measurements lab, where we can see some of our students are doing a column study. We can also come into 230, where we have our air emissions control lab. And here students can understand particle size distribution by allowing material to go down through different sieves that have different mesh sizes. So if we go into our next lab, in here in 229, we have our ion chromatography. And our IC is actually able to measure different anions and cations in water samples. And this instrument can be seen here. We'll now go on to our other labs in our secondary hallway. Down this way in lab 235, which is one of our research labs, we have our water treatment technologies where students can study in there. Also in this lab, we have our high performance liquid chromatography, which is able to separate, identify, and quantify different components in our samples. We'll now go on to the other labs. So coming down this way, we can enter into our research lab 225, where we have our gas chromatography mass spectroscopy instrument that is able to detect different elements in our samples. Additionally, we have our atomic absorption here in this lab, and our atomic absorption is able to detect elements in samples based on characteristic wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation from a light source. So this is our atomic absorption here. So these are some of the instruments that we have associated within our environmental engineering department, and we hope that you'll be able to join us for our classes and our research opportunities. Thank you.